It's happening. So we saw the campaign earlier. And maybe this is more of a recap of the campaign. Do they have their own direct now?
Hello and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles, and thanks for joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game. I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our
Zombies.
hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
With Black Ops
They had
6,
more than
we're
18
taking
months to make
players
this game.
a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system.
Yes.
A new way to push beyond your
Omnidirectional
limits
diving.
and move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today.
You can dive in all
Zombies is
directions.
Absolutely back and better than ever, and you can be sure it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
Yeah, it's going to be Call of Duty Max Payne. Yeah, literally.
No turning back now.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after. We are bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We are giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
I hope the campaign's good this
The
time.
game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Some you should see.
Damn.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story.
Is he not Lieutenant Dan
In this new chapter,
from Forrest
we see a
Gump?
different side of Woods
Now?
following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk.
He's
or on the
literally
other end of
Lieutenant
the
Dan
line.
now.
His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team, recruiting two exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a
The
technical
graphics
genius,
look like
and Savati Dumas, a
an
mysterious
Infinity
assassin.
Ward game. Because the last Cold War had
With the
really
end of
like
the Cold War, these former enemies have
almost
become new
downgraded
allies.
graphics.
And with
So
the
have they
sudden
changed
return
something?
Of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist. At a
Oh, didn't they say
casino.
this is going to be an open world campaign at some point?
We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we
Yeah.
wanted
So now
gameplay
they're
to
all on the new
unfold in
engine.
multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
Go sliding. Come on, is he not going to do the infamous prone dive in any direction?
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign. The goal was to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach,
Line them
Okay.
up right, you can take them both down with one shot. Nice and quiet.
we've continued to push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be
Okay.
relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off escape routes, push on players' location,
Enemies will
and
now
force them to
slide
think on their feet.
cancel.
We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
There is now SBMM in the campaign, just like you always wanted.
You'll find that some of our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does
Payday.
in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer Trap,
Oh no,
Adrenaline Stim,
forgot about
Homing
RCXDs.
Knife,
Homing knife.
Disruptor,
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House.
Oh, exploding
You might
knife.
remember we also had
I
that
thought they said
in
homing
Black Ops
knife.
Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So,
Naturalistic setting.
it's in an
It's my
abandoned
parents'
manor
house.
by an ocean cliffside. What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which
Okay,
was
we're moving on.
operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the safe house and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the safe house experience, but with
All I can
brand
think
new
of is,
upgrades. Players can
Pepe
view
Sylvia.
the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
Can you lock someone in the freezer? Probably.
Okay, the attacker comes in. I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go! That was sick.
It was sick.
I think we got it.
With Black Ops 6,
Omni
our goal
movement,
is to create a
guys.
more
Omni
connected
movement.
experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode.
Slide
We've pushed
cancel.
ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft
Prone
a
dive.
signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever,
You can
players can
sprint
in any direction and move like a
What?
true action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omni movement.
That looks so off. That
This
looks
unlocks
wrong.
ability to
What
move
the
like
heck?
never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like
The
slide,
fact that there's
power
no
enhanced
change in
supine
speed,
cone,
but when
and
you go
full
from running forward to running
360
backward, he was just
range
like,
of motion.
what the hell was that?
From the beginning, we started with you can't
That
do
looks
this thing
so
live.
goofy.
And then realized people actually move that way. What happens
Do
if you
they?
get rid of that
No, but they
concept?
don't though. They have
And then
inertia.
Instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction.
I mean, don't get me
you can
wrong.
drive
This
in any
will
direction, you
be
can slide in
good
any
for probably
direction,
mouse and
which
keyboard
then led
players,
to
but
all the on the ground
like
movement and everything else
there's,
chaining
there,
together.
I think you can literally sprint forward and instantly sprint backwards. Like that's what it looked like. He ran forward and then instantly ran sideways and
Whether it's
backwards.
Campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back.
I certainly won't go back. No, I'll obviously I'll try it, but I feel like it's gonna be painful.
We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing. To
The game's
perform
just gonna
various
play for you
movements.
one day, by
These
the
can
way.
be enabled in player options,
One day,
and they're broken down into 3
You'll
categories.
literally just press forward, and then you'll
assist,
kill all the
mental
enemies without
assist,
pressing a
and
single
crouch
other
assist.
button.
And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it. We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6. We looked at other genres like racing games, where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking.
And
We
it's
really
an
love the
aim
idea of taking that
assist?
thinking and applying it to our own movement.
They forgot to mention that one.
I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup.
Today, I'm proud to
Hit
announce
zones are
movement
regions on a
assist,
character that
shooting
react when
assist,
taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions.
hearing assist.
For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions.
Oh,
now we can
dude,
determine
true
if
game
an
data
enemy
is
was
crying
shot
right
left
now.
leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit. So world connectivity is this concept that
I mean, that's
players'
cool.
movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices.
Gamers
A great
won't even
example
have
that
to
really
breathe
shines
for
is
themselves
a global feature we call corner
with the
slicing,
new
where as
breath
you round
assist.
a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We are constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Auto leaning? I didn't see that.
Take cover!
DMZ?
Our team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry,
Photogrammetry is really cool.
Scanned and incorporated onto each of our operatives. For our faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in.
There's, no, what's that?
We're paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise. Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary, and it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons.
It is nice to see a Black Ops game that
We made sure to deliver
almost
dozens
looks
of unique attachments
to the
for
same
every
visual
gun. This
fidelity of
allows
an
players to
Infinity
create
Ward
a
game.
weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining
Like the
feel
details
and
look a lot
tone
cleaner
of the era.
in this game compared to Cold War. I think the movement's going to be absolutely insane, though. Like in a not in a great way, I don't think.
But we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then riff off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
The Black Ops 6 user experience is all about focusing players on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game
I like the ragdolls. The ragdolls look really
Black Ops 6
nice.
HUD combines some of our best designs.
Like they
in a
seem to
clean,
actually have like a
streamlined
bounce to them when they hit the floor and stuff.
For the first time,
As
in
opposed
Call
to just
of
going.
Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs. For instance,
Dude, am I gonna be able to move my
streamers
health
can
around?
choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you
Oh,
don't have to
dude,
look
that's
away.
actually sick.
Want to play
That's
hardcore
sick.
anywhere, or finally put the mini map in the bottom left?
This is something I've
Those
wanted
are
in
options
Battlefield
as well.
for forever.
Not only does the HUD give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them
I'm
feel
putting my
rewarded
health
for being awesome.
and ammo in the center of the
As
screen.
players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience.
He just
from
missed.
the
I swear
lobby
he was aiming right
into
at his head
combat
and it didn't
and
even
back,
hit.
where player progress and achievement are celebrated.
Okay,
in
guys,
every
finally, some good news there.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the
gonna
Call
be
of Duty
the,
and Black Ops catalog,
prestige
there's
systems
a lot
back.
of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige. Traditional prestige.
I mean, my
is
game got
back
hacked
in
and I
Call
got
of
level
Duty
10
with
prestige
Black
in
Ops
every
6.
game that I played on
We
PC,
pulled
so.
the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems.
Because you join a random
going
server and you
bigger
just be
and
max
more
level
rewarding than
immediately.
ever. Players
So
who reach
hopefully-
max player level will have the choice to enter prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey again. Black Ops 6 will have 10 prestiges, each with a valuable set of rewards to earn.
Oh, at
and
least there'll be
equip to
the
pick up
prestige
their
race.
status.
Do you remember that?
Players who make it through prestige
I won't
10
do it,
aren't done.
but I know that people
Instead,
like
they'll
doing it.
graduate into prestige master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through, and a classified reward to uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end. The full prestige system is available on day one in Black Ops 6.
I mean, we knew, obviously. They weren't going to be like, we're going to release the prestige system after 6 months. It's like, well, yeah,
we know
obviously
how
get
many of our
prestige day
players
one.
look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Our vision since day one has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win, or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team.
What happened to
All
Sentinels,
of our
dude?
weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these play styles. And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning
Big
to
change.
Black Ops
Big
6.
change. Good
I
change.
said we're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're going to get some early details on maps.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. We've got 12 core 6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2. What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for hardcore pacing, to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
We've covered a lot today, but couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Zombies. I kind of forgot, if I'm honest. I kind of forgot.
Round-based Zombies is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left it. We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch.
2.
With a curated mix of fan-favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to Zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6.
Yeah, this is gonna
As
have
you've heard today,
ZBMM.
the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to Zombies. Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based Zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Okay.
Steph interviewed AB. Mark?
Now, we know we only gave you a little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th.
Oh.
Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite
That's a long
streamers
way
get
away.
hands-on Black Ops 6 so you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch. And it's not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about. Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni movement, where we're now
Oh
allowing
no,
players to move
dude.
how
That
real people
that movement,
and operators
that
move.
where they can lie on the floor and aim in 360
In other
degrees.
cases, it led us back to some of our classic
That was a problem in
systems like
BF5.
Prestige. Then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever. From movement, to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement
Footsteps,
systems.
they said audio.
And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies. There is so much more to share across all 3 game modes before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
The campaign looked really good though. In terms of the detail, is just the detail is lovely because they've updated the engine, and you can tell. And there's that. That's not all. Oh, hashtag ad. Pre-order stuff. And now they're going to talk about DMZ. Guys, DMZ is going to be based on balloons. Well, there you go, guys. There you go. There you go. So, I'm going to go back and look at a few things and see if I can just talk over some interesting parts that I saw. So let's go to, I guess, the Xbox Showcase. Oh god, that's loud. That's very loud. Okay, so if we go here, there we go.
Find real players' movement
I'm going to turn that down a little bit.
and reactions, how to do it. We want every player.
So, just a quick kind of relay of what I'm thinking so far. Sprinting in every direction, like the multi dive direction thing or omnidirectional diving, that makes sense. That's like, okay, omnidirectional diving. You could potentially do that in real life. Sprinting forward and then instantly sprinting sideways or backwards is gonna look mental. And really, it's not gonna be something... What is there another game that does full sprint speed backwards? Possibly like an older FPS game. But yeah, sprinting in max speed in every direction is going to be so unnatural to aim at. So I'll put that out there now. Because thinking about it, like there is inertia. Like when you strafe, the inertia is eliminated anyway in these modern COD games, Battlefield and stuff. They don't have inertia. But like when you're going fast and instantly going back on yourself and doing stuff like that, that's going to be weird. The other thing that I've also noticed is with the omnidirectional diving, or at least the proning, and you can slide. Wait. That was a crazy slide. Hold on. Did I go past it again? That's a crazy slide. He was like basically on the floor, like flat. When you go prone and you can look 360 degrees, the biggest problem when you can prone 360 degrees and aim around is that you look dead. And so there'll be a lot of... This happened in BF5. There'll be a lot of times where you'll be looking at someone and they'll be like this, aiming that way, and they'll look dead and you won't shoot them because in your head you've been trained to think the only time I should ever shoot someone is if they're prone like this, but they can be prone like this and stuff like that. So the omnidirectional prone aim is going to be a problem, I think. Movement is good. Movement is complex. I'll say that. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I think tracking players on this game, especially if you're playing at like a high level, that's going to be rough. Like, you know, they're showing this gameplay of guys just crouching in corners. That's not going to be my experience in multiplayer. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, so the main things for at least multiplayer and potentially Warzone is going to be this omnidirectional dive, strafe sliding, full speed omnidirectional sprinting as well. What else did they show? And yeah, obviously the aiming whilst prone. That's going to be really tough to deal with, I will say. I don't know how they're going to make it like not look absolutely crazy. Prolapsed Dave and DJ Daz, thank you for the 37. But that's what I'm saying. In terms of the graphics, in terms of the detail, you can clearly see that there is a huge jump in quality from Cold War to this game. It almost looks like an Infinity Ward game because it's made on the same engine now. Because I remember when we went from MW 2019 and jumped to Cold War, it looked like a downgrade and it looked like an older game and it kind of didn't make sense. Whereas this looks like basically the same quality level, if not more detailed. It looks good. They had 4 years to make this game as well, but there you go. So yeah, that's good. And if it's on the same engine, then surely transferring stuff over to Warzone will also benefit, I think. Game price, £70, I think. I think this already has a Steam page, by the way. I don't know if it has a page on Xbox and PlayStation. But, yeah. Game Pass? I think they've said that this is going to be on Game Pass. Yes. At the beginning, so something we missed at the beginning of this stream, it was like at the beginning of the Xbox showcase, they said that Call of Duty is going to be out on day one on Xbox Game Pass. On the 28th of October, I believe. The only thing is with that is that they always say the 25th of October. They always say it releases on the 25th, but then they do 10 days of early access almost every single time. So, like, I'm pretty sure it's released almost 2 or 3 weeks beforehand. On like PlayStation, because they won't have the PlayStation deal anymore though. So we won't have to wait a full week for it to go up on PlayStation, for it then to go up on an Xbox or NPC. So They made this big deal about, oh, the game is going to release. That's crazy. Wait, hang on. Did you see that? The sprinting backwards? They said that the game was finally going to release for everyone at the same time. But I don't think that's true. I think they're going to do some sort of early access meme. So we'll see how that goes. So look at this. Look. What? What is that animation for sprinting backwards? That is going to be insane. He's going like this and running backwards. Madness. That's going to be a really weird thing to deal with, but you know, we'll firm it, I guess. People who have Game Pass for free are going to love it. Well, yeah. I mean, I usually have Game Pass. I think I cancelled it like a couple of months ago, but then I rebought it for something else. So, no DMZ news? No. I think DMZ is an Infinity Ward thing anyway, so I don't think they care. I can actually run backwards pretty well. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm very concerned about that, if I'm honest. You've already pre-ordered it. Well, now the chat hates you now. They'll be angry. Do you know if there'll be lobbies for controller and mouse only? No, I know exactly what they'll do. They'll prioritize you playing against your input, but that still means whatever. This new movement's going to be an issue. I agree. I genuinely think that's true, yeah. What else? How the hell do you sprint backwards on a controller? I think it'll be easier to sprint backwards and sideways on controller. I've never sprinted backwards in a game, I don't think. I've never pressed shift and gone fast backwards. Except in, do you know what game does have sprinting in every direction? Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 has sprinting in every direction. If you've played like Gary's mod or something. That's how it's going to feel. Did we get another Warzone? They hinted at it, but they didn't like nail it down at all. So yeah, we've got that. Multiplayer, sweaty mess, zombies, awesome. Well, yeah, I really didn't enjoy the Cold War multiplayer. I felt like I was even more at a disadvantage for the Cold War multiplayer. I was absolutely just smashed. I think I only played it for like a couple of weeks before I couldn't play no more. Yeah, so they've also said that they're going to do a full release for multiplayer gameplay in August. So in like 2.5 months, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, COD Next is going to be in August 20... Was it August 28th? It was the end of the month of August. They've got a wall hack as well, by the way. Crouch assist seems interesting. Yeah. They've also made traversal a lot smoother. So basically, you'll barely have to touch anything. You'll barely have to touch anything when you're moving around the map, which is, again, eventually the game will just play for you. All the new movement looks like a benefit to the sweats. My question, that's what I'm saying, dude. But like, if they beef up the aim assist to track people doing this sideways dive proning, then I guess it doesn't matter. But yes, it is basically parkour. Is Verdansk coming back? I think what we've thought is that Verdansk will actually come back before they release the new game, potentially. Or what they'll do is they'll release Verdansk as, but that just doesn't seem smart. You know what I mean? Like no one's gagging for Verdansk that much that they'd release it as the main event for Warzone. Do you know what I mean? No one's like, oh, I want Verdansk so bad, I'll have it as the full year's game from when the new Black Ops releases. You know, so surely it feels like if they're gonna do Verdansk, it's gonna have to be either before or after the new Warzone map or whatever they do for this one. Am I looking forward to Black Ops 6? I mean, as with any Call of Duty, I know that the multiplayer is going to be painful. The main thing I'm interested in is probably Warzone and maybe a little bit of zombies and see how that's integrated, really. the multiplayer I think will be a rough experience, as it always is. I've not really enjoyed the multiplayer for a long time. Why not just provide the new maps? I don't know. Oh, and the reason why they're not showing a lot of the new maps is because they're tied in with the campaign and they don't want to spoil the campaign, apparently. People want Verdansk as it was. Well, that's what I'm saying, Nixidros, but they wouldn't release Verdansk as it's like, as the big Warzone thing for the entire year, because that would just be like, okay, I've played Verdansk for 2 months now. That's great. You know, what else? You know, I don't think that's going to like cover people for a long time. You get the feeling it's the game we've had again and again. Who cares about the campaign? Well, I'll probably play it all through in one day. Don't you worry, guys. I will play the Call of Duty campaign day one, entire campaign in one sitting. Trust me. I love how much faith in them you have thinking about the players. I know. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be multiplayer's going to be painful. I'm going to have to unlock all the guns. For Warzone. That's what we do. We play the Call of Duty multiplayer to unlock the guns for Warzone. That's it. You know? Yeah, so this is where she says, am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet? And they say no. Oh my god, yeah. One of the best things I forgot to mention earlier. The movable HUD. Oh my god. Why don't games let you do this? Like, I don't know if it's like a thing of like, oh, but before you couldn't really do it for console or something. I don't know how they decided it, but being able to move your HUD around, absolutely massive. Theater mode, awesome. You know when you hit a really crazy shot through 3 walls and you get like a kill and you're just like, what just happened? I think I have a really cool clip from Black Ops 4. I think. Well, did Black Ops 4 have theater mode? Did one of the other Black Ops games have theater mode? I can't remember. Can you guys remember? I have a really cool clip from Black Ops 4 where I shot a guy through the wall and then I could go back. I could go back and see it. Let me see. Oh gosh. Let's go to my channel. 1, 2, and 3 had theater, or maybe it was 3. Maybe it was 3 then. It's not going to show me all more videos, is it? Oh man. Did I not? Was it Black Ops 4 or Black Ops 3? But basically, I remember I hit a really cool shot and then I went back in theater mode and I could see exactly what happened. And it's also... Did Black Ops 4 have it also? I'm trying to find... I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. This. I think I'm just gonna check it. I'm gonna watch it off stream and see if I do it. Do I have the theater mode for it? Yes, dude. Yeah, look. So this is what theater mode means. So although I remember again, Black Ops 4 multiplayer was also extremely painful, but it did have the theater mode. So but they have less people to kill. So if they just push for kills, they're more likely to win. So you can shoot them through the wall, and then you can go into theater mode. And the coolest thing was, you can angle the camera anywhere with theater mode. So I got this really cool angle where here I am, and you can see like everything that's going on inside the wall. So you've got this like, so look, you can literally see me through this crack in the ceiling. It was so cool to just set up these shots. And you can see everything I'm doing. See? It was good, dude. Yeah, I mean, Lucky, I think Controller is gonna absolutely love this game. Oh, they've gone the what's it called? The multi-directional sprinting. More games should have this. Yeah, they should. I mean, I don't understand why Battlefield hasn't added a theater mode yet. I will tell you something. Go on. I think mental. You were so hyped for this, you started to cry. I don't know about that. By the way, do you think there was some DMCA music in this? I couldn't tell. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Do you think? Are you just gonna raw dog the trailer? Okay, you're just gonna just leave it as an upload. The skill gap is going to be crazy. Yeah, it is. Is Lucky muted? No, I'm talking to him through text. This game's going to be rough for mouse and keyboard. That's what I'm saying. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned. I think input-based matchmaking should be optional. Well, we'll see, won't we? Lucky's watching the trailer with tissues and lotion on the table. Yes. I mean, true. I mean, yeah, we haven't really got too far into the zombies, did we? Apart from the fact that they've said there's 2 maps coming out. We were like, all right, sick. But yeah, okay. As a final thing before I go, right? If I miss anything, let me know. So, the biggest parts about the Black Ops reveal so far: omnidirectional diving, omnidirectional prone aiming, movement assist, omnidirectional sprinting, 2 maps for zombies. The campaign and the game itself is obviously on the new engine, so the visuals are better. What else? Have I missed anything else? Woods is now Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. Anything else? Have I missed anything else? RCXD's back. Exploding throwing knives back. Theater mode is back. Oh, contextual lean is back. Anything else? Customizable HUD. That's a huge one. Being able to move your health and ammo anywhere on the screen. Huge. No DMZ. Well, no Warzone yet, but they're going to do some Warzone stuff, obviously. New hitbox? Oh, they've changed, but I don't think the hitboxes are to do with damage. The hitboxes are to do with the death animations. Gobblegum back for zombies. Better ragdolls. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Bespoke death animations. Fish AI. Again, too. Anyway, guys. That was alright. It was as we expected, I think. You know, I wasn't blown away significantly by anything. Apart from movable HUD, theater mode, and maybe the movement's going to be insane. I'm not sure. The skins are going to peak with death animations. Yeah. Campaign looks alright. But, yeah, we're not going to get any more major details about the multiplayer until August. And we're not going to get any details about Warzone until then probably as well. So, there you go. PC game show next. Maybe. When is that? Isn't that much later? The coolest features that are returning are customizable HUD and theater mode. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. And improved, like, I would say the improved visuals, the improved graphics are a big change. Whether that will also mean worse performance, I don't know. But there you go. Guys, if you enjoyed today's stream, make sure you like it. Appreciate you all hanging out today. I think shall I leave it up? I could leave it up. I'll see if this stream gets demonetized because of some sort of DMCA wang. Because it might. But I think it should be okay. I can always just take it down if I get into any trouble. But yeah, Thank you guys very, very much for watching. I will be on Warzone tomorrow. Yay! We love Warzone. It's great. We're gonna get our asses handed, as always. I'll probably just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna use the meta today. Sorry. Oh, I know, guys. I know how it is. But yeah, no mention of DMZ. That's unfortunate. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching today. I'll see you on some Warzone tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully it was a good time. And also some decent games on Xbox, what's it called, the Xbox Showcase too. But yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you hanging out. Yes, we'll be using the Car 98 tomorrow. At least we have that. All right. See you later. Goodbye.